Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Droptimus, and I will be casting a show match today between two awesome players. Spawning in the top right-hand corner of the map, the blue Zerg. His name is FireFoX, one of our very own from Alpha X. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have the red Terran. His name is RazerBlader from Epunks. I am excited to cast a TVZ today. Last time I think it was a PVZ, which, you know, it's great and all, but I played Terran, so I can't relate too much. I hope everything's going okay with the stream. If the audio is too loud or if the audio levels are weird, just let me know. And I'll try to fix that as soon as possible. Trying to pull up the stream here so I can kind of see that it's going okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Alright, so we have speed on the way. Reaper coming in. Not going to find any drones at the natural. What's this? Oh, Ling's on the other side of the map, and this depot is down. Actually, I think this reactor is going to go down. Yes, indeedy. It did get canceled, so he got his money back. But not bad for 4 Lings. And he even saves one. So definitely worth that. I'd say it's definitely worth it to get cancel on that reactor. We've got a tech lab on the factory, a starport going down as well. A lair on the way back home for FireFoX, getting that creep spread. No third yet though. I wonder if he's not taking a third because of this Reaper, or if it's just a late third build. Oh wow, he saves the Overlord with like 3 HP. Not bad. Those are the types of things that get me tilted when I play ladder. There's been times where I would just quit the game because of that. Still no third out of FireFoX. Okay, I was gonna say this looks like a Nidus play. And yes, there it is, the Nidus. And RazerBlader is now scouting that there's no third, so he has to know that something is up. 5-minute 2 base Zerg. He definitely sees it now with those Vikings, but the change they made recently is that the Nidus can be shot at while it's coming in. It is quite strong though, so it's hard to kill. You're gonna need to pull like lots of units. Oh, here it is. He's going to go down right outside the base, which is not as good for FireFoX, but I mean, what are his options right now? He won't be able to get in the main base because RazerBlader has been tipped off. Oh, look at this! Little distraction here. He has a changeling in the main, and he's going to be able to get that Nidus in there too, I think. Yeah, it's a little late for that, buddy. I think another one. Why not? Holy crap, that's a lot of queens in your base, bro. Another one going down. Oh man, it's not looking good though, honestly, for FireFoX. RazerBlader looks incredibly prepared for this. Now let's see, he lost 21 SCPs, so not the most ideal for RazerBlader, but hey, definitely can come back from this. And not even come back because, I mean, I would say that the game is pretty even right now since FireFoX's third is so late. It is going down now, though. Roach is coming into the natural. There's tanks there, though. Be careful. Looks like the game is starting to stabilize here. Zerg player has gone back home. Time to focus on macro. Oh, look at this, though. He's got the creep spread on the other side of the map. That is awesome for him. It's always very disheartening when you're a Terran player and you see creep start to, like, creep towards your base, right outside your base. Feels bad, man. It's like, whenever you see that, it's like, what is it? You just imagine it being around the entire map. It was even worse before they made the creep change. Before, when the creep would slow a lot, I mean, would clear a lot slower. Yeah, that was really annoying. I mean, and all you would need is an overlord over there dropping creep on your potential expansions, and it would delay the command center by, I mean, it would delay the expansion by, like, sometimes like 2 minutes or something. Not 2 minutes, but like maybe 30 seconds to a minute, which is a lot of time. Well, burrowed Roach here. He's gonna delay this third from going down, and also scout the timing on it. Knows exactly when RazerBlader is trying to take that third. He knows that the third is there now. Let's see what kind of tech FireFoX is going for. Back home, we've got the lair up. I mean, yeah, obviously we've had the Nidus already. No tech yet. I don't see any tech really. I think he's just trying to drone up. Wow, another Nidus. Looks like he's gonna try and go outside the third here. Oh, there's a Nidus in the main too. Right on top of these expansions. Oh, and 1-1's almost done. He's definitely gonna be able to get this, I think. Oh no, that feels bad, man. Oh man, that hurts. Oh, and he just gets out like not even able to like kill off any units or anything. He gets out completely unscathed. Wow, really nice pickoff for FireFoX. Nidus going down in the natural. Does he see it? I don't think he does. He's moving his army away. Okay, now he sees it. And another one in the main at the same time. That one's gonna go down. Oh, he already sees this one too. I don't know, I think FireFoX needs to start thinking about other... Whoa! Okay, maybe not. Another Nidus going down in the third. Now, there's not a whole lot of units here. Actually, never mind. There is. I was going to say, I think FireFoX needs to start thinking about something else to do. Like a backup plan. Or, you know, think about later stages of the game. He's probably already done that, though. Morphing in a crap ton of Ravagers. Taking his 4th base. It's already up, actually. Here we go. I don't think he'll see that one.
Evolution complete.
Actually, he does see it on the map. He's moving out, though. I don't think he's noticed it yet. Okay. It's too late, though. He says, "Screw it. I'm just going. I'm not gonna be chasing around these Niduses all day." Okay. Well, he actually just goes back because he knows that RazerBlader is on his way across the map. Oh man, I don't know if FireFoX has enough here. We'll see. And very nice arc though, very nice engagement from FireFoX. But all the roaches are down, and that's the beef of the army. These Ravagers are super squishy. They're gonna go down real quick. Well, it's a pretty even trade though. I mean, RazerBlader is forced to go back home. He does not have enough to keep going, even though it was only like 4 Ravagers. More roaches popping out. Alright, so RazerBlader is taking a 4th base. Might be another big engagement here. He's already set up to do like an engagement here. Very nice engagement here from FireFoX. Lands a lot of those vials in the middle of those Marines, which is ideal. Don't underestimate the biles, man, because wow, does he not have any army at all? Wow, okay. All right, well, that's the end of that game. Holy crap, I didn't realize I thought RazerBlader had more army back home or something. Wow, FireFoX actually takes game 1 despite the Nidus play not being the most ideal. He kind of got caught out in the middle of the map, unprepared, because he was already like FireFoX had already set up a really nice engagement with the flank there. He had a really nice arch, so yeah, nice game 1. This is a best of 9, so we could potentially see 8 more games. And we're just waiting on RazerBlader to pick a map. Looks like he went with Karos Junction. Okay. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map, the player from FireFoX, currently up 1 point in this best of 9. His name is FireFoX. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, the red Terran from ePunks. His name is RazerBlader. Let me plug the Matcherino real quick. So let me see if I can find it real quick. Sorry, while we have this a little bit of downtime in the game. Okay, so yeah, we're up to $64.50 for the Matcherino prize pool for this match. If you haven't done so already, you can go to Matcherino.com and have 50 cents added to the prize pool for free. Doesn't cost you anything. You just go to the website, which I'll post in chat here in a few seconds. You go to that website and you can log in with Twitch, you can log in with your Battle.net account, you can log in with Google, you can log in with Facebook, you can log in with Twitter. If you have any accounts on any of those websites, you can log in with that, copy this coupon code into the little box, and Matcherino will add 50 cents for each time that's done. So I am typing out the link in chat right now. And that's the Matcherino code. You just copy that, Alpha Pro Series 50, no spaces. Copy that into the little box that says coupon code, and Matcherino will sponsor 50 cents toward the prize pool every time that's done. I think we get like 25 codes or something. So it's really awesome if you can just take a few seconds to do that, you know, get these players some support. And even if you lose today, you're still walking away with some cash. I think it's going to be like around $50 for first place and $15 for second. Something like that. Alright, so let's get into this game. Back home, RazerBlader going for a 1-1-1 build opener. Wow. RazerBlader still with that Reaper alive. It finally goes down. Let's see if he saw the Roach Warren. No, he did not. There is a Roach Warren that just finished in the back of FireFox's natural. Going up to 4 gases. Interesting. Guess he likes his Ravagers. Ravagers are pretty heavy in gas. I think they're 100 gas, 100 minerals. He's gonna go straight into the natural. I don't think he'll be able to get into the main, but he does see that roaches are on the way. Get to see what what FireFoX sees.
Our forces are under attack.
Sees the third command center going down in the main. Sees that bio is the composition of choice for RazerBlader. Looks like he's found one overkill with that Overlord kill with that Viking. Liberator the Natural getting a couple of drones here. Gonna have to react to that, move those queens. I actually might get a couple more here. Might get a queen. Wow, does get a queen. And 4 drones, 5 drones, not bad. There's another one, something in the main. Viking in the main. Big attack here coming out of FireFoX. Not a whole lot of stuff here. Only 1 tank. Oh no. Another tank in the main, so I think he'll be okay. Alright, he actually loses 23 SCVs. He's down to 27 workers right now. So, round 2. Just filing down some depots. Drop coming out. Wants to try and find some damage himself. Maybe he just wants to clear creep, or okay, he's gonna try and drop into the main. And another drop going by the third. Probably will find an Overlord kill, perhaps a queen. He does have stim. Wow. Okay, doesn't really find anything with that drop. And this base isn't even finished yet. There's no drones here or anything. Let's see. Back home, he's getting a third. Adding more barracks. He's got his 1-1 already. Drop going back into the main. Should be able to deal with this without losing too much. Losing an Overlord, and that's it. Doesn't even have a macro hatchery. I find it funny how FireFoX really likes to stay on a low hatch count with this roach play, but I guess since roaches are more expensive than lings, you don't really need as many hatches. It makes sense. Okay, we've got 2-2 on the way. Lots of bio. Both players are actually FireFoX already maxed. RazerBlader right behind him. Little drop here coming into toward the third. And a fourth base is also being thrown down for FireFoX. Nice creep spread. Clearing the creep spread like this. That's one thing with the roach composition. You can't really punish that as well. You know, with lings you can just A-move and swallow up whatever is killing off your creep. But roaches are a bit slower to the party, so... Alright, big move out from RazerBlader. He is pretty much maxed now. Getting... What? Oh, he just killed his own Marine. I feel bad for that Marine, man. Okay, setting up for a big, flank here. But this is still kind of, I don't know, I've never seen something like this before. Okay, nice. But still a lot of leftover army here for RazerBlader. Roaches in production. Still 2 tanks left and a crap ton of Marines. But with this new warping, not warping, but replenishing the roaches. Will it be enough? I don't know. Wow, okay, so yeah, I don't think it was enough. Obviously, FireFoX, GG's, and RazerBlader evens up the score 1-1. Alright, so we've got a game on our hands. I mean, a series on our hands. I gotta use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Alright, looks like we're gonna get a co-caster. Sorry. Hello?
You ever have this feeling where you have an alarm and you're like, okay, I'm gonna try and make sure that I'm gonna turn on the alarm and make sure everything's okay, and then it's 12 hours off?
Oh, so you set it for like AM and it's supposed to be PM or something?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't know, I have a knack for waking up like 20 minutes after the alarm's supposed to go off. Or like 20 minutes after whatever I'm supposed to do. So...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I pretty much figured out, oh, right. This sucks too, because I thought it was yesterday as well. And I was awake on time for yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So that's just even more upsetting.
Yeah, I didn't set an alarm at all today, but I actually just woke up naturally like 20 minutes before it was supposed to start. I mean, I was going to set an alarm, but I just totally forgot, and then just got lucky that I woke up at that time. So, yeah, I'm gonna roll with it. But alright, we are into game number 3. Let's do introductions real quick. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map, we have the purple Zerg. His name is FireFoX from Alpha X.
And in the bottom right-hand corner, from ePunks is our red Terran player. It is a RazerBlader. I like the decal he's got there too. Kind of fits.
Yeah.
The name. Yeah. It's so fitting for RazerBladers, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Except, like, those are like two very stabby knives and a stiletto, but I don't know, I guess you could use those as razors. Okay, so let's see if I can get my bearings, because I've been conscious for like 10 minutes so far today. FireFoX is doing something pretty standard, as is RazerBlader. RazerBlader did yeah, he's just doing for expand builds, and FireFoX is going for, what was it, hatch gas pool. So
Yep, pretty standard stuff.
Nothing too particularly exciting yet. I don't know. It's cool for me to see Terran openers that aren't 2-1-1s after Reaper expand, because I need more builds that aren't 2-1-1s.
Yeah, same here. 2-1 is like 90% of my ladder games. It's my favorite build. I love it, but if a Zerg node's coming, it's pretty much, I mean, easy to deal with.
Yeah, it's kind of like my only build versus Protoss, but against Zergs, I've just been 2-raxing a lot now.
Yeah, that's another one of my go-tos.
Yeah.
2-rax bunker rush.
For life. I finally figured out how to do it, and now I can't stop doing it. It's an addiction.
If it goes unscouted, it's amazing.
Yeah. And then you kill a natural, and then everything feels so much better. Ooh, FireFoX got the 3rd through the Reaper. That's nice. Usually the Reaper can deny that one pretty easily, so...
Yeah, one thing I've noticed from RazerBlader is he keeps his Reapers alive for like a long time. He does not like to commit to anything that might lose the Reaper.
Yeah, and against Zerg that makes a fair amount of sense because you don't expect to get a whole lot of damage done with the Reaper per se.
Yeah.
It's mostly for scouting information, so
Yep.
if you can like deny the third, maybe deny a creep tumor or something like that. And then eventually you can sacrifice it later on when you expect that the Zerg would actually have tech that you want to see.
Right.
Like FireFoX right now. He's got a Baneling nest on the way. We got a lot of speedlings going across the map.
Yes, indeedy. And this is something we haven't seen from from FireFoX yet today. He's been going roaches in the first 2 games.
Okay.
And I don't think he's built a single ling after the first 4.
Alright, so he's gonna spice things up.
Yeah, and I don't think RazerBlader would be expecting this at all. I mean, he has gone for Hellions, which is kind of a lucky build order win there. If you know what I mean, like, you know.
I suppose, yeah. Yeah.
But still, FireFoX could still do damage here if he catches those Hellions.
If the Hellions are on the wrong side of the map,
like they are now.
yeah, it's not gonna help him out too much. We see he still has 2 Hellions in the natural. Lots of speedlings though coming in. The Hellions got a nice little pocket to keep themselves tucked into to kill as much lings as possible. But there are a lot of lings. It's not a whole lot that the Hellions can
Baneling's
do.
morphing in right on site here. I think he wants to go for the kill. He's definitely built enough lings for it. Like, this is definitely an all-in is what I'm trying to say.
It's certainly some heavy pressure at the very least. He wants to get some damage done here, and the Bings are gonna say hello at the top of the ramp. Hello.
Might be GG, honestly. 2 Hellions, I mean, it can be micro to death.
Oh god. Yeah, this is a nightmare.
2 more Hellions about to pop out. I think he'll be able to clean this up. But more lings are coming in, so he's lost a lot of SEVs. In fact, I think this might be it right here.
That one Baneling is going to make a lot of a difference.
Oh, yep. Just barely missed that, but RazerBlader down to 6 SCVs, man. I'm pretty sure, pretty safe saying that this is GG. Now the BC comes out, which I didn't even know was happening, but yeah, that's here now.
Okay, so if he can get the wall up right now, then you might be okay, because mules are really strong.
He's actually just teleported that BC across the map, and there's nothing here. Spore is on the way, but there's 2 queens for now. There is no Yamato.
Oh, there's no okay, yeah, he should be fine. Yeah, FireFoX should be fine then. I've been in that situation a few too many times, because after T-Rex happens, and people love to Baneling bust you, or Road Ravager rush you. And I've had the situation where you've had, like, no workers.
Mm-hmm.
But the Battlecruiser can do some pretty cool things as long as you have your Yamato, and they weren't prepared for it at all. Both no Yamato, it's rough against 2 queens that can outrange you by a significant margin.
Just messing with the overlay right now. I'm gonna add you as their caster.
Yay!
Now it is on RazerBlader to pick a map. I believe the way they do it is once all 7 maps have been picked, then it resets for the last 2 maps, since it is a best of 9.
Yeah. That's how it worked last week, I think, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Although I don't honestly remember how many games we casted last week. I think we casted 7. I think it was like 5-2.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it didn't actually come up. Oh, Stasis!
What? Stasis?
A TVZ on Stasis.
This should be interesting. Stasis, obviously a really good mech map, since there's a lot of tiny choke points that you can't really engage through if there's a bunch of tanks.
One of the annoying things for a Zerg is, since there are like literally 4 destructible rocks on the little bridge between the naturals, like the little short rush distance path, they really didn't want that to be a short rush distance path. I really don't know why there's 4 sets of rocks there. It really just makes it an innavigable part of the map. But you can put tanks up there, and the Zerg has a really, really hard time dealing with them.
Yeah, that reminds me of back in Wings of Liberty, at the very beginning of Wings of Liberty, there was this map called Lost Temple. I don't know if you remember that. But
I wasn't playing then, but I definitely know the map.
yeah, they used to
a little bit.
They changed it a few times because there used to be this cliff right outside the Zerg's Natural, and like Terrans would rush tank drops like on top of the cliff.
Yeah. And then Zelnaga Caverns. I definitely played on Zelnaga Caverns because for some reason Blizzard didn't make maps for a season, and people voted what maps they wanted from previous seasons.
Yeah, Zelnaga Caverns is a classic.
And Zelnaga Caverns was one of them. It was amazing. That's how I learned to play mech, was on that map, because the rush distance was so tiny. But there were cliffs and stuff where you could just drop tanks, and there was no way to get up there.
Yep, I love that map. It was probably my favorite map for the longest time.
It was
very good
such a
map.
cheesy map. It's amazing. Just looking at some of the Wings of Liberty maps from like the first few seasons, just to like, and seeing how the map design has changed over the years is amazing because the natural is so open. The rush distance is so small. Like if you look at Agria Valley or something like that, which is probably from the beta, I'm assuming, like that's one of the first maps that ever existed. It was never in the competitive pool, but you can see like what their design philosophy was. It was only like there were only like 8 mineral patches on the whole map.
Yeah, it definitely looked a lot more like Beard War maps. And
the workers actually go where they're supposed to now. The pathing's nicer. And the unit control groups are higher than 12, 10 or whatever it was. So
yeah, I think it's 12.
You can do a lot more.
Yep, I love the changes, man. I prefer StarCraft 2 to Brood War, obviously, because I never played Brood War, but
I tried playing StarCraft 1 like once because I found a copy, not like an actual StarCraft copy, but like a burned CD or something like that in my dad's like album, like CD albums. He doesn't even remember getting it. I don't know how he got it, but it was just listed as StarCraft. And I was like, okay, I'll put it in and see what happens. And I had no idea what was going on the whole time. It was a very, very different experience.
Yeah, it can be pretty confusing the first time if you don't know anything about RTS games.
I just realized we didn't even do intros, and there's a Ravager rush.
Yeah.
A 1-base Ravager rush.
Yep.
Like, we missed a lot here, just reminiscing over old maps.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Alright, so RazerBlader's kind of freaking out right now. He's
got a bunker up, so I mean, that can be biled down, but...
Oh, he lost a Marine.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty significant. The SCVs aren't even going to repair the SCV.
Another thing I've noticed is that there's still no expansion, so this is another all-in from FireFoX.
It's definitely gonna do some damage though. Both the supply depots are down, which means that not a whole lot of things are gonna be pumped out for Razer. Oh, actually, he's not supply blocked. Never mind.
You got that command center giving them more supply.
Once more Ravagers show up here, he might be in a decent spot. There's a Cyclone on the way, which is actually probably okay.
It can be microed with that lock-on. It can be microed, so he can actually keep it alive, but he has to be careful because they go down very quickly.
Yeah, especially against Ravagers and stuff.
But look, he picked off one of the Ravagers, so it's pretty good. Just be careful.
Alright, and then he's gonna get a tank as well.
Yeah, tank's good.
I forget how bad the lock-on is, like the damage for the lock-on without the upgrade.
It's really good.
The upgrade is so great.
Yeah, the upgrade makes it like OP, but even without the upgrade, it's still pretty good.
It still takes a little while to kill the Ravagers, unfortunately. Alright, I think this bunker is gonna...
Whoa! Just barely keeps it alive.
I don't understand how that thing is still alive, jeez.
He's got the tank out now, so he's looking much better now, but...
Yeah, he could probably hold this at this point, but the Ravagers will come in here. They're like, oh, hello, siege tank, and they will make sure that it does a sad and never comes back.
The tank is down. And yeah, this cyclone couldn't get repaired, but another tank on the way. It's halfway finished.
Yeah, I have a feeling that RazerBlader is going to hold this off.
Yeah.
And there's no transition here from FireFoX. He's still building roaches and
Right.
just hoping that something works because he's got like what the total of 14 workers right now. No expansion on the way. This is the build. Ooh, the bunker finally goes down. He does have another siege tank though. I have a feeling that this is going to be okay. From,
Yeah,
from RazerBlader.
Yep. I think if FireFoX can throw down a hatch, he could still come back in this game.
It would be very, very rough.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Alright, he's building a queen now, so he's kind of transitioning out of this.
I think FireFoX just did this because he did not want to play this map. Like a normal game on this map.
This is a better map to do cheeses on, in general.
Yeah.
So I understand that. I have a feeling that if RazerBlader chose stasis, then he was probably expecting something like this anyways. Like, if you play this on ladder, you know what to expect.
Yeah.
I should actually play this on ladder. I used to just 3-racks on this map and go to, like, the gold mineral patches. And wall off the ramp with 3 barracks so that if they send workers to go and try and poke the barracks, they can't do it very well. Because you wall off the entire ramp with the barracks.
I've had people try to expand straight to the gold as their, first expansion, and I don't know why, because it never works. I just set up tanks right outside, and I can siege the mineral down from the middle of the map.
Well, speaking of the gold expansion, FireFoX has decided, well,
Yeah.
I'm really behind.
It's one way he can come back.
I need some minerals. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's considering how far behind he is economically speaking, because RazerBlader has like 3 or he's got 4 mules worth of energy from the orbitals right now, and 10 workers to throw right on the natural right now. So he's gonna have like a booming economy once he actually starts throwing stuff over there. The gold minerals, it's like what, 7 minerals you get from them?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right there.
So that'll, and I think the mining time is slightly faster as well. So he definitely will get, it'll help him get closer to even with all that. Oh my god, that drone train. Hello. It's already fully saturated. It's exactly 12.
Yeah, Banshee coming into the main, he's going to notice that the drones are gone, so he could probably take the hint.
Maybe it's another
not quite finished. Yeah.
Complete.
Oh, he
drones.
scans the bottom middle.
Research
No, those aren't the bases you scan.
Yeah, those are, that's a little surprised he did that, because that's 2 scans, and he has a Banshee, he could just fly around to figure it out. But
Alright, well, he'll figure it out right now.
yeah, it looks like he's
Yeah,
gonna...
this is the last base that he scouted on this half of the map, literally. But and the sport crawler finishes just in time, along with the queen. So that's good. The Ravagers are gonna have a little bit of an awkward time there.
Yeah. Barely keeps the Banshee
5
alive.
health. Okay. Whew.
Alright, so this game is starting to stabilize a little bit, obviously with RazerBlader in a huge lead, almost double the supply, double the workers as well, almost.
This is a hell of a Sim City that he's got going on in the main base, though. We got 3 tech labs conga lining on 3 different buildings. Horizontally. It's a hell of a wall, actually. It's a good way to make a gigantic wall with just production buildings. Add add-ons and stuff. But yeah, okay, so he's going bio. Marine tank. This is pretty good against Roach Ravager, especially in the early game.
Yeah.
As we mentioned previously with the high ground advantage, the tanks will do plenty on this map. He still hasn't gotten any medevacs, unfortunately, so...
I don't think he really needs it right now, though. He's moving out across the map. Does he have stim? Okay, he does.
It's just in it, yeah.
I was gonna say, he might not even need stim, though, to be honest. Even if he didn't have it, he could still...
Yeah, FireFoX is probably just gonna let this base die. You can't really do anything to defend it. There's nothing in this production tab at all.
He wants to go for a base trade. Look, he's going around the map, and let's see. There's actually a ton of Marines. It looks like RazerBlader is actually preparing for this possibility.
Oh my god.
Because
that is such an annoying choke point, yeah. That's okay though, he's got a ton of Ravagers, which will basically act like Banelings in the situation. Oh, the stutter step was really good there.
Yeah. Actually, he looks like he's going to be able to clean this up with just the Marines back home. Almost.
Yeah.
But FireFoX GG's, that's the end of that game. That's the end of that map. Hopefully we don't have to go back to it. Score is 2-2. You
gonna wake up still? I have coffee right here. It's just not kicking in yet.
Yeah, I had my coffee. Love coffee. I need coffee every morning.
I need coffee every... insert time here. Just all of it.
Yeah.
I need coffee to go to sleep.
Oh, let me...
There. Does that totally make sense?
I can usually just be okay with having coffee in the morning and being good for the rest of the day, but...
That's good.
Yeah.
That's not true for me. I like crash after like half an hour. I am like a career caffeine addict at this point. So I definitely need to probably cut back on. I used to be a lot worse. I'll go through like 3 coffees a day, I think, right now, but I used to be like a 4-pack of Red Bull a day person. Just to get up in the morning. And fun fact, your kidneys don't like that very much.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Nor does the rest of your body, so fix that. It's also expensive as hell.
Yeah.
It's RazerBlader, god damn it. Being a smartass. That's great. So the next map is gonna be Cerulean. This is a pretty standardized map, so this will be probably a normalized game, but this does have the potential to be a nice cheesy map as well, because the rush distance isn't actually that large.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do the intros this time, guys.
Yeah.
I'll remember.
Yeah.
I say that, and I'm probably gonna forget, but so 50-50.
We've got some new viewers. I want to say welcome to the stream, guys.
Hello.
And let me just talk about Matcherino real quick. I'm going to be posting the link in the chat. So we have a prize pool that you can actually add to without paying any money. If you go to the link I'm about to post in chat and you copy and paste a coupon code, then Matcherino will add 50 cents to the prize pool at no cost to you. So you can log in with any... Like, you can log in with Google, Twitter, Facebook. You can even log in with battle.net or Twitch. So you don't have to make an account. It's really fast. It only takes like 30 seconds. Less than that, really.
And it helps these guys out.
Yeah.
Just prize pool.
A ton, yeah. I think the prize pool is up to like almost $70.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright.
So that's the link. Alright, yeah, let's do introductions before we
need to
forget
do the
again.
intros fast because the spawning pool is halfway done.
Okay. Alright, so spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have the purple Zerg from Alpha X. His name is FireFoX.
And in the top right-hand corner, going for another 1 Rax expanded, looks like. Red Terran from Meatpunks, it's RazerBlader. And speed has started, and no workers are on the gas anymore for FireFoX. So this is probably just, what, like a 14 pool pressure, I think?
Yeah.
Try and deny the natural.
Yeah, it's not just pressure. Usually we see an expansion by now. I mean...
Oh, the drones are back on. The gas line. Okay, so, yeah.
It's probably gonna
FireFoX
be
has had it with this series.
Yeah.
we're done with this.
I guess I don't know.
Expansions are overrated.
Maybe he has to go soon or something. He's like, alright, I gotta fire through some of these games.
I get it. Fire.
Let's see. RazerBlader hasn't even been on the other side of the map. He has absolutely no idea that this is coming. But he does have two depots already. He's going to be able to get a cancel in this command center for sure, I think.
With the Reaper here, he will be able to at least do some hurting a little bit onto these Zerglings. He might be able to clean them up a little bit.
He's actually decided to send his Reaper across the map. He wants to make sure exactly what's going on, and he'll see that there's no expansion.
Oh, he's brought the SCVs here to try and deny all of this, but Zergling's speed is done. I don't know. Yeah, he's gonna just pull the SCVs back to cancel. That makes sense. When the Zerglings have speed, you definitely don't want to take the risk that Morlings are gonna come across the map, because then your SCVs might just get surrounded, and then you lose all those workers, and then your command center is gonna get canceled anyways.
Yeah, good point there. Bunker going down right on top of the ramp. But will it be finished fast enough? I don't know. I don't think so. Baneling's already going up the ramp. There's only like 2 Marines here. 1 Marine. Not even a reactor on the factory, so these Hellions are coming out one at a time.
Oh, the Baneling hit. Oh my god. Oh, the Baneling hit. Oh my god.
Hellion. I think this might be GG here.
Yeah, he's only got like 12 workers so far, and we barely started this onslaught. There are 12 more links in the production tab, but well, actually, all the links have been cleaned up so far.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna have more links here, but
it's so hard to cast Baneling Bust because sometimes it feels like just the game is over, and then just gets cleaned up, and then everything's done. We see 1 drone in the production tab. There we go. Okay, there's some more.
Okay, so
one drone is so lonely.
FireFoX is gonna drop down an expansion. So,
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he did get some SCV kills.
If you lose everything in the base like that without reinforcements, then it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to try and go up the ramp again, because as we see here, the 2 bunkers are done. Like,
yeah, and the jig is up. He's not going to be able to, you know, he doesn't have the element of surprise anymore.
Yeah. Canceling that natural was nice. That orbital still is just started now, that second orbital, so
yeah.
The economy is behind, for sure. Whatever RazerBlader was doing before, the build order is interrupted, so that helps as well. Sometimes, depending on the player, that really messes them up, because then they have to kind of just wing their builds, and there are certain players that are very, very build-oriented, and that does throw them off a lot. Of course, at this level, it's not that big of, or it doesn't change the build timings too terribly necessarily, but again, at this level it matters. Like a few seconds is important.
Yep, every second counts at this level for sure.
Yeah. Alright, so FireFoX is getting a Roach Warren now. That's good. For him, I'm pretty sure. We see more Hellions coming out as well for RazerBlader. He doesn't know if there are more Lings down at the bottom of the ramp yet. Yeah, so he's gonna go out and do some poking at the natural in a moment.
And if his Hellions get swallowed up by a bunch of Lings, which they won't, but
hypothetically speaking, then he will continue to be scared. But yeah. He does a poke. They haven't died yet. The command center is gonna go out, and then 1 single Zergling goes up and gets melted.
He's got a Viking on the other side of the map to see exactly what's going on. You can see the drone count is rising, and that FireFoX is macroing hard right now.
He doesn't see the roaches pop out.
Yeah.
So he did see the Roach Warren, but the fact that he doesn't know if there are a couple roaches out is helpful. You might expect that there's like 1 or 2, so sending the Hellions across is a little bit more risky. He can't just run up into the main base and try and melt some drones. I think FireFoX is probably going to try and do some 2 base pressure though, especially since he's still building roaches and now roach speed is on the way. Precautionary spore crawlers. Alright. Oh, and RazerBlader's going for the BC again.
Ah, okay.
I don't know why. I'm just so used to building fusion cores at this point. I must just not notice them.
Yeah.
It's.
Well, they usually go down in the. They usually go down in the back of the base, so.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hidden.
That's
somewhere.
normally where I put my armories and stuff in. For whatever reason, I think they look kind of similar when I don't look at them straight away.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm such a career mech player at this point that I'm just so used to having armories just chilling around in the base. All right, well, weapon refit is late actually, so this BC is gonna wait. Oh, there it is.
Weapon refit.
I canceled it for a second. Yeah, the Yamato research.
Oh, that's what it's
The
called?
Yamato upgrade is technically called weapon refit, which is such a vague terminology for it, but it's not done.
Yeah.
So he can't send this across the map just yet if that's what he wanted to do. And the battlecruiser got scouted. So there are 2 more spores on the way. There's a Hydra den as well, just in case he needs additional reinforcements to back up the queens. And RazerBlader goes right on top of 2 spore crawlers.
Ah,
this is gonna be a sad time for him.
Yeah. I mean, he could just kind of fly away. There's nothing that FireFoX could, ensure the kill with if it gets low. Because queens get really slow off too, obviously.
Yeah, that's not what you want to do with the battlecruiser, though. That's a heavy investment. And,
Yeah.
oh, well, this third base is off by itself.
Yeah, he might be
So
able
this will
to
be a little rough.
kill it. I mean,
He will definitely do some damage to it.
I think he'll definitely kill it. I mean, there's nothing here to defend. Well, he's going to move his queens over, but it's going to take a whole long time.
It's a traffic jam.
Yeah.
There's Hydras, too. He's trying. Go! Get there!
Get out of there!
Right. Oh. The Ravager trying to be helpful, but actually just makes everything worse. So the battlecruiser will get away with 52
Oh,
full
there's
hit points.
another one warping into main. Only one tuner here. I mean, sport crawler.
Always gotta watch out for those dastardly creep tuners. Alright, the Ravager trying to help again. He's gonna be he's gonna be like the little brother with the remote that's not plugged into the screen. He's like, I'm helping, guys, look at me! Hooray! Helpful! Okay, the second battlecruiser doesn't get a whole lot done, and there are no more battlecruisers on the way. So he's just gonna have 2 battlecruisers that are really, really grouped up, just awkwardly like floating around the map for a little while until he decides to repair them. They take a while to repair too, because they're so big.
It takes a lot of money to repair them.
They will be annoying for the rest of the game, though. It takes a lot of base defense to make sure that you don't just lose a base and a bunch of drones to them. They don't kill things particularly quickly by themselves, but they definitely don't die very fast either. Especially not to Hydralisks. Unless there's a bunch of them. So FireFoX is going to come in with the roaches and see what's up. He knows what's up. He's going to run away. With the price of a Hellion. Very much.
FireFoX is actually down on drones, 65 to 51. He's trying to replenish them. I mean, I don't remember him losing a whole lot of drones either.
Well, he did try and be very aggressive in this game so far, and then he abruptly had to switch into Hydra Tech to not die to the battlecruisers.
True.
And that, so he might have thought that he was going to lose the third base too, so he might not have wanted to drone, just in case he had a bunch of drones awkwardly oversaturating 2 bases.
Yeah, there's a lot of Hydras, but does manage
he's-
to save both PCs.
He does get 2 Hydras for his troubles, but that's not necessarily the best trade in the world. He does save the battlecruisers, but he's gonna have to repair those again. It's never fun. Wonder what those SCVs think when they just have to sit awkwardly under the battlecruiser and just start like stabbing the ground under them, and then they just magically heal the battlecruisers. It's very strange.
Double drop.
Drilling the ground.
Double drop coming out for RazerBlader. Almost get scouted by these roaches, but not quite, I don't think.
No, they're on the high ground, so the roaches definitely didn't see them.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's got another double medevac drop going to the right side of the map as well, so...
Okay. A little bit of multitasking going down.
Yeah, it tries to target down the hatchery, but there's a lot of hydras there. You can't really do that. But he is going to drop in the main base, and this second drop is going to do a decent amount of damage, especially since there are marine reinforcements going with that drop to the right side of the map. FireFoX is way ahead of this, though.
Oh, look at this little flank here at the drop on the left side of the map. Actually picks off one of those medevacs. I don't think FireFoX has any idea this drop is coming, because there's nothing here at the third.
Yeah, this third base is gonna go. No! Alright, well, his fourth base just got put down, so he can send those drones over there at least. But that basically means that he didn't expand. Fortunate for him. He will put it down immediately once all the derpy little hydralisks will run away, so the patch can go. This is a scary army from RazerBlader, though. He's got, like, what, 8, 9 siege tanks or something?
Yeah, and he's maxed out on marine and tanks, so...
Oh, that's maxed out. Yeah, this is horrifying.
Yeah, it's like Zerg's nightmare.
Jeez. Yeah,
especially when you don't have creep. Like, FireFoX doesn't really have a whole lot of creep here for his base.
Yeah. He cannot run into those marines because of the amount of tanks that are there. And the 2 battlecruisers just make everything worse, because those are just going to constantly barrage from the skies over time, and if anything, or like he could just Yamato the Ravagers and some hydralisks. He's gonna lose the 4th base, which means that there's only 1 real mining base at the moment from FireFoX. I guess the main's still kind of half there. 1.5 mining bases is not ideal against a triple orbital RazerBlader.
Yeah.
With a maxed out army and 2 upgrades.
Alright, inching closer and closer. Gonna have to answer to this eventually.
I don't know if he can hold this. These Marines are definitely doing a lot of damage. As long as they all come in together, the Vipers are gonna try and do some blinding clouds, and they do okay, but that just pushes the Marines closer to the army. And that's everything dies. Bullets go everywhere. Terran is victorious.
So we'll be waiting for the map pick for game number 6.
What are the maps left in the pool right now? I've been here for Parasite, Stasis, and Cerulean.
Yeah, the first one.
So Blue Shift, Kairos, Port Alexander.
Okay, not Kairos, but I think for sure Port Alexander. Yeah.
And then there's one other
Automaton?
map that I wouldn't have been...
No, we saw that.
Oh!
That was map number 1.
Okay, so the maps that would be left are Kairos and Blue Shift then. Okay.
Yes.
And Blue Shift is the next map. So we're gonna love Kairos. I love Kairos so much. I don't even know why. I just love that.
It's a good map.
Everybody likes Blue Shift as they go to, or Cerulean. Nah, Kairos is where it's at, yo.
I like Port Alexander, honestly.
I hear a lot of people not like Port Alexander, and I finally understand why, because I literally won a game off of it, because a Protoss tried to send his army across the map, and it's like Parasite, where the middle of the map is kind of split up. So your rally points can mess up, and half your army will go one way, and the other half will go the other. And so he just walked straight into my army, and he was ahead. The score summary, he was ahead at the end of the game, and he just died because half his army just wandered the wrong way. So I understand now why Port Alexander is not a good map in some people's eyes. Oh yeah, when I was playing yesterday, I played against like 8 Protosses in a row. It was absurd.
Dude, I got like 8 TVZs in a row, so yeah, it happens a lot. Dude,
what's up with the ladder?
I don't know, but I have the worst nightmare from when I was a platinum, when I was like really new to the game. I would get like 95% versus Zerg, and it was my by far worst matchup. So I'm not kidding, like, when I say that, like, I think I had more TVZs than TVTs and TVPs combined. And I was stuck in Platinum for like months, and I had no idea what to do against Zerg. I mean, finally I got it out of it, but it was
mech.
Really
the
annoying.
answer is always mech.
Okay, so let me get the overlay and the scores real quick. Okay, good to go. Alright, spawning in the top right-hand corner of the map, we have the Red Terran, currently up 1 point in this best of 9. His name is RazerBlader from ePunks.
And in the bottom left-hand corner, sporting that lovely 20-year decal, is our purple Zerg player. Down 1 game, I'm sure he can pull it back to something. From Alpha X, it is FireFoX. You always forgetting something. The name.
Guys in the chat, if you are experiencing a little bit of lag, try refreshing your tab, because...
Turn it off and on again.
Yeah. Actually...
When in doubt.
Yeah, I saw that it was lagging a little bit, and I wanted to try and figure out, but if I just refresh the tab, it goes away for a little bit, and it actually comes back. So if it starts to lag, just do a quick refresh on your tab.
If you're streaming high quality, sometimes viewers will struggle with that because because of the higher resolution and take longer to buffer and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna happen sometimes. Unfortunately, when you stream in like 720 or 1080, some people just don't have the internet that can handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, it fixes itself though, most of the time. So FireFoX is going macro. This SCV finally, or RazerBlader's finally going around with an SCV scout here to make sure that he's not going to get cheesed again. Yeah. Because I think it's happened one time too many at this point, and he sees that the hatchery's done, so he's probably pretty okay with that. RazerBlader's pretty content with just doing the same build over and over again. It's like old. Does the same build every game. And he makes it work. It's great.
Yep.
Rip Colt. I love Colt. He's such a nice guy.
I think he's supposed to come back, right? Or
is he? I mean, he's like 30 years old at this point. He came to America for college.
Yeah, I think he's just streaming. I mean, that's what I meant when I said he's gonna come back. He's just gonna be a streamer.
Even then, that's still fine. Like, he's such a nice guy. It's hard not to like him. Like,
yeah, he is an incredibly nice guy. We haven't had those levels of nice since White Raw.
Oh, White Raw was great too, yeah. But he had that extra charming quality where he tried to speak English and he couldn't.
yeah, it was adorable.
He tried so hard.
Alright, so RazerBlader notorious for keeping that Reaper alive. It is going to find its way back into the main. Oh, he actually
slathers them in Vaseline.
He actually scouts this Baneling nest. Oh, and then FireFoX canceled. I wonder if he did that on purpose to kind of throw him off.
I have a feeling that he would have wanted to build the Baneling nest anyways, but now that it's scouted, it's kind of like a spur of the moment. Wait a second, if he knows what's up, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Which is fair, because if they scout the Baneling nest and they prepare for it, RazerBlader has definitely demonstrated that he can hold that kind of stuff so far. So
yeah,
the element of surprise is gone.
Yeah, sometimes
don't want to do that.
Sometimes you can win games just off of like throwing your opponent off and just doing mind games, like just doing the opposite of whatever you got scouted that you were doing, you know? Like, this is especially true in TVT. A lot of times people will like start researching a cloak or researching some upgrade from that tech lab on the starport and actually go for a Raven or something. If you invest money in turrets and stuff, like, it can get, you know.
One of my favorite things to do as a Terran player is to like have stim pack researching on your tech lab, or just selling researching on your tech lab for the barracks, and either canceling it or just getting concussive shells, and then going back.
Yeah.
Because that if there's something that's gonna throw off your opponent, That's pretty much the biggest way to do that possible.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because the army styles, or the play styles even, against mech are like fundamentally different than against bio. So, that's great. Hellions here. He's actually got a fair amount of Hellions. There's 8 Hellions there. Oh right, he was built a Cloak Banshee, of course. He's doing a Hellion Banshee build.
So far he's gotten 3 drones.
Yeah, the main point behind the Hellion Banshee is to deny the creep spread and force the queens to be attentive over here, so he's doing a good job with that so far. He's got 2 Banshees that are just kind of patrolling the map, making sure that no creep spread's going down. And that's pretty important, especially on a map like Blue Shift where it's so easy to spread creep. Like, once you get the creep tumors down on each of the lanes, then you can kind of just send them across the map, effectively. Such a nice map to creep spread on. Great practice, really. Oh, yeah. So cool. Yeah, these Hellions are being super annoying. And that Cloak Banshee definitely isn't helping. Ooh, he's gonna get some banelings with 2. It's nice pickoffs.
Back
Look at the resources lost, by the way.
How do I pull that up?
Just press L.
Oh, L.
Yeah, or Control R, I guess.
Yeah.
Or Control R isn't actually the one that you want. Yeah, so he's done a fair amount of damage with the Hellions and whatnot, as well as that creep denial, which is important to note. There are no like live creep tumors on the top side of the map. Oh, well, that's about to fix. The moment I say that, there's 7 going down. I don't know if that's overcompensating or not, but it's a fair amount.
Yep.
So what do we see from RazerBlader here?
Well, he's got
He's
one
just going for
almost
Marine
finished. Yeah. And lots of barracks in the main.
So drop going to go down into the main base in a few seconds, and for FireFoX, it looks like it's just going to be Lingbane Hydra, which is fair. That's a decent army composition. 4th base is going down as well, taking care of the rocks to make sure that he can like send Zerglings in a million directions at once.
Yep.
For the swarm. And in come the Marines. Denying more creep, that's annoying, always. This is 1 queen, and then the annoying float on out from RazerBlader. Oh, and he's also turned the Hellions into Hellbats back home, so he might be doing a timing attack with the, the 1-1 just finished. He could have done a 1-1 timing attack with the Marine Hellbat, and that would have been actually... That's okay. He's doing enough damage already, I think, with the harassment, keeping the Zerg busy. And he's got a fair amount of macro back home. He is ahead by like 30 supply right now.
That's true. And on top of this multitasking, he could try and eke out even more of an advantage. He's not really going for a lot of damage though. Just trying to keep the creep at bay for now.
I'm curious as to what RazerBlader is thinking of doing, because he stops worker production at 67. Which is a fair number. It's a little lower than normal, but he's not getting a 4th base right now. Or, well, it just went. But, he's probably looking to do a big swell with 2-2 upgrades, finishing up in +1 mech weapons. And that's scary. That's a scary push against Lingbane Hydra, especially since no Banelings are around the map. Oh, I lied. There are Banelings. But still, scary. Scary nonetheless. You do see 10 Hydras on the way, though, so he might be able to hold this off decently. He's teasing us, RazerBlader is.
Yeah.
Just slowly going across the map and then stopping for like 10 seconds, and then slowly going across
trying
the
to
map.
confuse us.
Well, 2-2's almost done. I think he's just waiting for the upgrade to finish up. Ooh.
He's also got +1 on his tanks, too, so...
Yeah, some extra splash damage. These siege tanks sieging up in a very irritating position to deal with for a Zerg player. FireFoX is anticipating the army to poke up here, but he gets a little impatient. He's just going to go into this army. It's free split and everything. The Banelings don't do a whole lot of damage, and he doesn't have a whole lot of Banelings to follow this up, so these Marines are just going to walk in uncontested.
Yeah, that
That's
was
a lot of Hydras.
that was like the best engagement FireFoX could have hoped for. He had like a 270-degree engagement right there, but it still was not enough because RazerBlader had a really good split on his Marines.
It felt like he overextended a little bit though, FireFoX did, because he tried to engage off of creep down that ramp into a pre-split army, and he does lose that base in the end. He does keep his Hydra count up, which is good, but...
Oh no, these tanks.
Oh no. Yeah, that was not ideal. Losing 3 siege tanks is pretty substantial to a bio player, considering that they have 2 factories max. So that's gonna take a while to replenish. But that's not the worst thing in the world for RazerBlader. He took out a base. He probably would have expected those to die anyways. We see FireFoX here trying to save this new 4th base that's going down. This RazerBlader comes in here. These Banelings are not going to get a whole lot done. This engagement is pretty iffy here from FireFoX. I don't know if he'll be able to push into that. Oh my god, the supply counts are pretty substantial as well.
Yeah, RazerBlader almost maxed here.
FireFoX at 160 supply. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's looking a little grim for FireFoX, but I mean, with the right engagement, he can make something happen, like catching tanks on siege, stuff like that.
I don't think FireFoX is going to let that happen, though. He's just patiently waiting for the creep spread to move, then he moves up the siege tanks. He's doing a pretty good job of controlling his army so far. The army is clumped up here, so if he isn't paying attention, the Banelings might be able to run in, but... yeah, that's not necessarily going to happen here. Making sure everything's going smoothly. RazerBlader's getting his 5th base up too, by the way. That's halfway done.
Oh yeah. Drop here at the 3rd is going to go down again, actually.
And the drop's going to go into the main base as well, and there's 2 spine crawlers to help delay anything that will happen. And the spore crawler will poke at this medevac, which is nice. Might actually kill it. Yeah. This drop is actually going to get cleaned up fairly well. So good on FireFoX for making that static defense, making sure that the drop can't do as much damage as RazerBlader would have hoped for. Oh no, those Hydras are splintered from the rest of the army. Actually, this base is probably going to go down from FireFoX. There's nothing here. Oh, but the major engagement here from FireFoX going in, a ton of Hydralisks getting a decent concave, and the Banelings getting some decent hits.
Yeah, he actually cleans it up. Not bad.
Yeah.
Loses the base in the top left, though. So he is down to 3 bases now.
But he does take the supply advantage. So,
True.
yes, he is behind economically speaking, but if he can capitalize on that right now, then that might be okay. Because he was in a really nasty spot with that siege up. Because that base was isolated, so I think it was worth it to sacrifice that base because he couldn't do anything with it.
Right.
The position that Terran was in. Considering how behind I thought that FireFoX was, that was a really good engagement.
For sure.
We do see Vipers on the way from FireFoX.
That's gonna help out a lot, I think.
Yeah, with siege tanks and stuff, getting the blinding cloud on those is so annoying. Or just abducting them. You know what? Whatever. Or even just abducting a medevac into the Hydralisks.
Yeah.
They're so useful. That poor queen. Just wanted to spread some creep. RazerBlader getting all up in the lawn of FireFoX.
Yeah, has a really good close position on this 4th base.
Yeah, I think this base is going to go down. There's not a whole lot here in the for FireFoX, at least nothing that's close by. Base is really low.
All right, blinding cloud's going down. He does blind all of the tanks.
These Hydras getting a decent amount of shots off, but the Banelings are stuck behind the Hydralisks, so they take a little while to get in there. Not that it matters too much. They eventually go into the front and get some decent shots off. These tanks doing so much damage, and FireFoX actually loses his army. Yeah.
RazerBlader is on match point now, 4-2.
Yeah. If FireFoX had bases up, he probably wouldn't have tapped out there, but I don't know. I actually thought he was doing decent in that engagement, but I can understand why he left if he had no bases really mining. It felt a little early, but I can understand where he was coming from. GG. There. Now I'm starting to wake up. That's good.
Yep.
I don't know. Do you like to be in the more of the analyst guy or the shoutcaster? Because I'm totally taking up most of the shoutcaster.
No, that's go ahead. Don't worry about that.
I don't want to like crush your toes here.
No,
like,
not at all. Not at all.
Okay. You're just gonna be the host. You're gonna be like Nathanias. Everybody just rolls over Nathanias.
Yeah. That
Okay.
sounds good.
Okay. Well, if that's what sounds good to you, man, I won't stop you in that case. Oh, I guess you had 2 games to do it all by yourself, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll take it over. I got you, fam. I got this. I believe. Oh, I just saw your you don't have the camera this week for yourself. You got the little blep cat instead.
Yeah.
It's a nice little blep cat. It definitely had its catnip in that picture. Oh my god, those pupils are gigantic.
It looks very confused.
Probably doesn't know where it is in that picture.
It's probably like, what the fuck is this thing right in front of my face?
It's so shiny. Pretty glass.
Okay, let me get the overlay. Alright, spawning in the bottom right hand corner of the map, we